Am I the a-hole for drop kicking my grandma? Am I the a-hole for stealing candy from a baby? Am I the a-hole for literally doing the worst thing ever? Today, we find out. Today, we answer that question in one of the best Reddits, Am I the a-hole? Basically, people just post their life stories, and then they ask Reddit if they were the bad person in the situation, and it makes for some really funny content. We had a whole series a few years ago, like 20 episodes or something. So yeah, we'll try to bring that back. Let's see what's new, and hope you enjoy. Also, I usually disagree with Reddit, so don't get mad at me. I may have some controversial opinions. It's all for the fun of it, okay? Am I the a-hole for telling my sister that I don't care about the baby she lost? Guys... Okay, bro. I 20 male and my sister have been very close since she lost her baby. Okay, I got scared for a second. Sister and baby, that's crazy, bro. I don't know about Reddit, might be crazy. She lost a baby at the end of 2022 when she was about 5 months pregnant. Okay. Obviously, our whole family was shocked and very supportive initially. However, I really tried to help her get through this and get her back on her feet, coming to her apartment to clean and cook her food. Doesn't help that the baby daddy left shortly after. This is such a ridiculous term, by the way. How is this a normal term in our generation? Baby daddy. What the hell even is that, bro? God damn. All right, my sister was unable to work because of her depression, so my family would help chip in and pay her bills. By the way, the word is father. Baby daddy. Ridiculous. She remained like this for about 7 months when my parents told her that they couldn't no longer support her. And what a loser for leaving. I'm sorry, I can't even read this, but I'm getting pissed, bro. And all she does is lay in bed. She needs to at least look for a job. She lashed out and said she needs their support now more than ever. Regardless of them, I began to slowly supporting her. Mind you, I still live with my parents and attending school. That brings us to last Friday. I have about 3 semesters left of school and money has been getting tight. I told my sister that I really need to start saving and that she needs to get a job or just move back in. She lashed out on me saying I could never understand that I was a terrible brother for even mentioning it. I said, excuse me, I've been paying your bills for over a year and I've been the only one trying to get over this. She began yelling at me, calling me terrible names. I snapped and said, I don't give a frick about her and her dead baby. Okay. Interesting. So I don't know how long it takes to get over losing a baby. That's obviously a very traumatic event, all right? And maybe you can never get over it, okay? Maybe it's a trauma that follows you for the rest of your life. But does that mean you get to lounge around and do absolutely nothing for the rest of your life because you've had this one trauma and your brother has to come and pay every bill for the rest of your life? It's been what, 5 months and then a year, and this guy has school as well. Like, at some point you got to be like, hey, okay, I got to get over this. All right. Lots of people have been through a lot of trauma. You don't see them sitting around crying around. You know, you got to move on. Okay. In life, you got to be strong. You got to, process the emotions and understand that, okay, it's over. Now I got to move on. Okay. And it's obviously very traumatic. And this guy's a dickhead for saying, I don't give a frick about your dead baby, but also you had it coming. This is one of the situations where I'm more on the brother's side. I feel like I'm more on the brother's side because, bro, a year and a half is crazy. Like, you can have a couple months to grieve. After that is flipping absolutely insane. I did none of this for that baby. I helped her because I love my sister. I want what's best for my sister. I want her to recover. I told her this. She just started attacking me. I just left. The next morning, my parents sat me down and told me what I said was very wrong and rude. I explained what happened and how I continued paying her bills, and after they stopped, they were just quiet and then just left. My mother grabbed my shoulder and told me that my sister started applying for jobs. Nice. I really feel bad, but also to a certain degree, it worked, and she's also looking to work. I knew my sister will forgive me. Eventually, I still feel bad. Okay, it's good you feel bad. You just had a little, like, outburst or there or whatever. I think Reddit is saying that everybody sucks here, but I think definitely the sister sucks more. Sorry for the shit that happened to you, but come on, stop being a freeloader, You shouldn't have said you don't care about the baby, but she was clearly in a hole that she had no intention of climbing out of. And sometimes the only way to help people like that is toss in a stick of dynamite and blast them out. Okay. That's a great Reddit comment. Am I the a-hole for refusing to give up my table in a coffee shop for a woman who supposedly was recovering from back surgery? Okay, this is the best part of this Reddit. The titles. The titles are so absolutely insane. And then the story just gets even more insane. Or like, dude, why are you not giving up your flippin' table? On Saturday mornings, I study at a cafe. It is always crowded. A coffee shop helps me focus. I never get that. How does noise help you focus, bro? I want complete isolation. So I show up at opening time, order some food and drink, stay for 2 to 3 hours. The layout is mostly 2-person tables that can be pushed together with some larger tables. tables. Even though I go on my own, I always sit at a 2-person table. The counters are uncomfortable. They don't have much space. I also like sitting against the wall so that people walking by can't see my computer screen. All right, do we need this much exposition? What are you, flipping Roald Dahl or some shit? Yesterday at 9 a.m., I was doing work on a table when a random woman sat across from me. This ticked me off because I don't like my personal space being invaded. Okay, already I see that you are the problem here. If somebody's sitting next to you, like pisses you off, you probably need some anger management classes or something. Like, even I don't like people next to me, but like if somebody sits next to a seat that's not taken, like of course you'd expect that or something. The only thing that would piss me off is if they're severely ill, like they're sneezing and coughing and then they're going right next to me. Then I'll be like, okay, you're just trying to kill me. And I would have appreciated it if she had asked me before sitting down, but I ignored it. I was near the counter that day, so she might have just been waiting for her food. As I looked up, I noticed she was talking to another woman in the line to order. We'll call the first woman Beatrice, second Susie. Susie was saying how they might have to take their food to go because no tables were available. Beatrice didn't address me directly. She gestured to me as if planning to take over my table. This ticked me off more because it was like I was an object that could be moved. But I knew when the time came, I would ask them not to sit at my table. This is like the most non-problem ever. Why do you care? What? You're actually a Redditor. This is crazy. Somebody sat next to you and you're having a full-on mental breakdown. Sure enough, Susie got the order in and brought her number to my table. She then asked if I wouldn't mind moving to the counters so that her friend could sit there, saying her friend had recently had back surgery and the counters would be too uncomfortable for her. I told her no, the counters are uncomfortable for me too, and there would not be enough space for all my books and notebooks. There's no way. There's no way you think you're not the a-hole. Do you know how insane back pain is? Like, people who have not experienced back pain have no idea the absolute torture that is back pain, all right? And after back surgery, I imagine it's just hard to even like go outside or even move a muscle. So yeah, you should be more accommodating. This is like 2 levels of priority above a pregnant woman. All right, like there's pregnant woman where you give up your seat, and then there's person who came from back surgery, bro. Come on. She called me rude and inconsiderate and said I shouldn't even be there because I wasn't eating anything. I said I had bought breakfast and a drink, not that it was their business, and when they could take their things to do. Eventually, one of the workers came over and asked if they were bothering me. I said they were. Slap this mother flipper. When I got home, I recounted the story to my roommate. I thought she would be as horrified as I was by their behavior, but she was hesitant to take a side. She said their behavior was rude and entitled, but at the same time, I was taking up a table at a notoriously busy cafe for a long time and I could have moved. Later, my sister likened it to not giving up seat to a disabled person. No, this is worse. At least the disabled person is like used to it somewhat. The back surgery person, this is like a new experience. And I don't know, man. It's probably like they're in pain. I imagine they're in pain. This I don't agree with because transportation is a need for a lot of people. These people didn't need to sit down at this cafe. Oh my God. God. If I was the person who had back surgery, I would punch you in the face. That's crazy. Also, maybe this is a-hole of me, but I think a lot of people say that they have back issues or some other mild condition to get things they want. Both my sister and my roommate said they had to be there kind of situation. So I'm wondering if any of you can decide. Not the a-hole. See, this is why I disagree with Reddit. I agree that she didn't need to sit down. If she did recently have back surgery, she shouldn't be dining at places with limited seating. Plus, the way they went about trying to appropriate her table was pretty bold. I would have stayed at the table just because of that. What do you mean? Wait, maybe I missed something. Like, didn't they just sit down at like an empty seat? Or something? Did I read that wrong? Am I stupid? I feel like I'm kind enough to give it. Maybe these people are just like, is it really important that you need to win this argument? Is it really that important that you need to have your seat? Like, oh, my books don't have space. Like, have some empathy. My God. Am I the a-hole if I ask my daughter's deepnophobic boyfriend? Okay. Another thing I gotta Google, really. Deepnophobia is a form of social anxiety disorder manifesting as the fear of eating in front of others. Ooh, condition really difficult or even debilitating to deal with every day. Oh, interesting. Well, this would be absolutely no problem for me. The only thing I eat in front of is a TV screen and a TV show. Always alone. I hate eating with people. By the way, completely unhinged rant. Eating with people is completely stupid because you can't talk while you're eating. How do people do that? Like, you're just like, either you're eating your thing and then you're talking, extending the meal 500 times and then your food gets cold, or you're eating while you're talking, which is disgusting and you're gonna choke. So eating is the worst activity to do with people. My daughter's been dating this guy a couple months. One day he was going to hang out and watch movies and have pizza. We ordered pizza and extra to ensure that we had enough for him. And as soon as I got home with it, he walked out without even saying goodbye, which we thought was rude. On another occasion, we invited him to a restaurant to celebrate a special event for my daughter. He ordered food, but he didn't eat and spent most of the dinner in the bathroom. Finally, we spent the day out with him along and stopped for food. We were all famished. I encouraged him to order something, my treat, along with everyone else, and he refused. He just sat there awkwardly watching everyone to eat. It made me very uncomfortable because I don't like watching me eat. I told my daughter, and I think he's been pretty rude, but she likes him and she thinks his behavior is no big deal. A little while later, my daughter informs us that he has an eating issue in front of people, so I say, well, that's fine. But then he doesn't need to hang out around at mealtimes because it makes me uncomfortable eating in front of someone that isn't eating with us. Now, my daughter is mad that I'm discriminating against his disability, and I wouldn't treat someone else like that if they have a disability. Am I the a-hole for not wanting him around at mealtimes? Okay, this one's a little complex. Now, I think it all depends on the severity of this issue. So Google said it was debilitating. And I don't know what is the origination of this? Is this just like, is this something in the brain which you can't control? In that case, yes, I guess you're the a-hole or whatever. Also, this sounds really stupid. Why would it possibly make you uncomfortable eating in front of someone that isn't eating with you? Or what does that even mean? I think you're just getting mad to get mad. This guy clearly has some issue with that, some personal issue that he'll have to get over, or I don't know, build his life around or something. Okay, Redditor has typed absolute paragraph. If someone has a phobia of eating in front of others but still wants to hang with the gang during the mealtimes, forcing them out of the dinner table is unnecessarily harsh. Would you force someone away from the table if they just had dental work and can't eat? Or if there was compelling physical reason why they wouldn't be able to join the ring? I doubt it. Just being uncomfortable is not enough to tell them to leave. That being said, if you didn't want the guy around because he had been rude for things like leaving without saying goodbye, that's a different matter entirely. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I guess if he was rude, then that's a separate issue. Don't lump them together, right? Sounds like that Loki, this guy has severe social anxiety around food, but he really should have let you know instead of forcing your daughter to explain it to you. What is the issue with this? Is it people see you open your mouth and make those noises or something like that? Or okay, I don't know. I don't know much about this to make an educated assessment here, so maybe you guys can let me know about this in the comments. But yeah, I feel like the mom's just being annoying for no reason. Am I the a-hole for canceling all of our streaming services to hire a housekeeper without asking my husband first? Yes, without even reading the thing. Yes, if you're canceling all of your streaming services to hire a housekeeper without telling your husband, I assume both of you are sharing the finances or something, and then you're making a financial decision that impacts both of you without consulting him. So obviously you're the a-hole. Now we get into the details, and my assumption maybe is wrong. But my 28-year-old female and my husband, 38-year-old male, have just welcomed our first baby almost 3 months ago. Understandably, it had been a huge adjustment for both of us. She's still not sleeping through the night, and we're both back to work full time. By the way, what's the deal with babies, bro? Just sleep, man. It is torturing new parents. It's crazy. We have always split the household responsibilities 50-50. We just help where needed, and it's always worked out well. Lately, my husband has been doing the chores terribly, and I've had to come behind him to fix things or clean them again. For example, we cleaned the bottles the other night, and they're cleared so poorly, I had to do them again. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. I hate it when somebody says they're going to do something, and then they do it shabbily, they do it poorly, and then I could have just done it, you know? Don't say you're going to do something, and take that load off of me and then put it back on me. You know, that's just annoying as hell. I just say I just can't do it, so that way I can just do it. You know, something like that. He dropped pump parts down the disposal and then ran it, ruining them. There have been several clothes that he didn't clean after a blowout that are now ruined. There are many more instances like this. I've confronted him a few times, letting him know we all make mistakes and we're both tired, but he's not even trying to do things well. He just says he's tired and is having a hard time working and taking care of the house and baby. I do sympathize with this as I'm working, pumping, recovering, and taking care of the house and baby. The final straw for me was when he told me to go to sleep and he'd put up the milk I just pumped and finished the dishes. I was so grateful until I got up and realized the milk had been sitting on the counter and the point was no good anymore. He said he was sorry and put on a show to relax for a bit before doing the dishes and fell asleep. Next day, I decided to cancel all of our streaming services. So talk to him instead of doing whatever the hell this is. So you had a marriage disagreement. This is how people get divorced. When you start doing dumb shit like this, you talk to him, you confront him, you sort it out, and until it's sorted out, you don't let it go, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna do dumb shit like that. Why are you canceling streaming services because of random issues with chores? Cancel all of our streaming services, PlayStation Plus, and our theme park passes in order to hire a housekeeper. I figure if he's too tired to do basic household chores, then a housekeeper is necessary. If he's too tired to put the milk up, then he's too tired to play video games or go to a theme park. That's crazy, taking away a man's video games. That's probably the 8th deadly sin. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. By the way, if you wanted a housekeeper, how about you go to him, you ask him, hey, well, how about we, sacrifice some of this stuff, get a housekeeper, it'll help us out. But instead, you go and do it behind his back. Cooked. You're cooked. Your marriage is cooked. We still have cable and the PlayStation games and can do other activities outside of the local theme park. He blew up at me and said I had no right doing that, and I was furious. He's right. So I thought I was doing us a favor so we can get more sleep and not worry as much about household tasks. So am I the a-hole for hiring a housekeeper without asking? Yes, absolutely, you absolute moron. We've got an edit, a pretty big one. I see a lot of comments about communication. I've been communicating nonstop about my needs. I've let a lot of mistakes slide, and I know this is hard for both of us, but when it became a daily thing, he's unable to do his part, then I need additional help. I mentioned hiring some help, and he laughed when he said, what a ridiculous waste of money. Okay, you completely left that out. That was an essential part of the story, and now I feel like you've just made that up because you've added it in an edit, because that's an essential part of the story that you didn't mention, and now conveniently when Reddit hates your guts, you're mentioning. Interesting. I knew if I asked again, the answer would be no, so I made a decision for the both of us. Also, I didn't throw away the TV or PlayStation. I just canceled our subscriptions. We're playing around $100 between the two. Our internet includes a handful of cable channels and Peacock, and we have plenty of PlayStation games that we can still play. We both play video games and watch TV. I probably watch more on streaming, so canceling them affects both of us. Housekeeping is $300 a month, blah, 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 blah. All right, again, update. It's been a few weeks of having the housekeeper. I've had some time to read your replies. When I made this post, I really convinced myself I was trying to save money and help us, but now I know that I was being inconsiderate and petty. Okay, so you immediately gaslighted me into thinking I was wrong, and then immediately corrected yourself and said, oh wait, I'm an actual dickhead. This is just some general advice. If you're having a disagreement with anyone, maybe your friend or your partner or whatever, okay? Don't take it out on something completely unrelated, okay? That's gonna make them think you're some evil mother flipper, all right? Say what you're thinking of doing. Feels like, I was thinking the other day of going behind your back and getting a housekeeper. That's at least better than actually going and doing it, because then they will know the severity of the situation. Oh shit, my partner is really pissed at me, and they're gonna do this dumb shit, so I better get my ass in gear, you know? But yeah, of course, because obviously once you get that housekeeper, then the husband's gonna be like, oh, hey, wait, what the hell? You're doing this shit without me? Are we not a team anymore, you know? Stuff like that. Am I the a-hole for laughing at the name my sister chose for her baby? This might be justified depending on the name. We gotta see. For context, I, 28 female, attending a family dinner with my mom, dad, and sister. My sister is due to give birth soon and decided that this dinner would be the perfect time to announce the name she chose for her child. My sister has always been obsessed with aesthetics. Her whole house is beige and rather depressing, if I'm honest. Beige is the most ridiculous color. The whole nursery she built for the baby is beige. Nah, this is torture. And gray, and will not accept colorful gifts for the baby. Okay, this sister's ridiculous. I can tell her husband hates it, but he won't admit it. A fuck husband classic. Now here's the issue. I'm very prone to laughing at inappropriate times. I'm autistic and find it hard to filter what I say and my emotions. Or you could just be like me, do it on YouTube, and yeah, a lot of people will hate you, but a lot of people will like you anyway. Which can lead to me reacting to things in ways that can offend people. Oh, I would never offend anyone. I didn't think this would cause issues until she revealed the name of her baby. So we're all done with our dinner, and we're looking at my sister as she announces her baby will be named Brooklyn Willow Rose. Insert surname, not including for her. Spelled exactly like that. Brooklyn. That shit could cure your cough just pronouncing her name. And then I burst out laughing and said, you cannot be serious. Okay, Brooklyn is a ridiculous. Double E? Double E? Why? Why do you hate your daughter? That's crazy. I'm now banned from all... Is the name really that bad? Was I really a massive a-hole? Nope, not an a-hole at all. That is completely 100% justifiable. Brooklyn is a crazy name. She sounds like a horse, like an exquisite horse from the 1600s. That's what you'd call the Brooklyn. It's literally curing my throat. This is amazing. Wow, this is a magical name. Update, after writing this post, I decided to call my sister and apologize. Bro, how sensitive are you people? And then I wrote what happened. I did was a dick move. I apologize for laughing. I don't apologize for shit. Get out. Understandably, she was reluctant to forgive me. Please, she puts her baby in beige and gray, bro. She's literally a torturer. Okay, I'm sorry. Reddit seems to think she's an a-hole. I disagree. I think she's great. All right, I would have laughed too, and I would not have apologized. Am I the a-hole for telling her to stop spending $45 on burgers weekly? That is crazy. 45 bones, bro? What are you, Bill Gates? On burgers? You want to die? Like, my male 42-year-old son-in-law, sister-in-law, how am I supposed to know? Recently started selling burgers. She works, she works a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday office job with a good salary. She recently discovered she's pregnant with her ex's baby. Oh no, don't worry. Baby daddy. He is no longer in the picture. If you get that reference, it might be the same video, it might be a different video, I'm sorry. So she is selling burgers for extra income. Now, every Saturday, my wife, 40, buys burgers for our family. My issue is that my sister-in-law sells every burger for $9. 5 burgers, $45. The burgers are tasty, don't get me wrong, but she's using my mother-in-law's recipe that my wife also knows, so I don't see why she would spend $45 weekly on burgers when my wife can make identical ones at home and we would spend less money on ingredients. To be clear, technically, we can afford the burger comfortably. I just don't see why we should when there are cheaper options. Okay. There's your problem. This is what I call an absolutely unnecessary mental stress, all right? You can afford the burger comfortably with no problems. And yet you are complaining. Yet there's no reason to complain, okay? It's a burger, it's $45. That's the thing I never understand. People who are already well off are obsessing over minor spendings like $40, but then they'll splurge on dumb shit like the next iPhone, the next MacBook, which is extra $1,000, $2,000 of unnecessary expenses, but then they'll cut corners with dumb shit like this. Like, bro, just enjoy a goddamn $2 coffee, bro. I try to talk about it with my wife, and she says she mostly buys because she wants to support her sister. I told her it's not our job to support her sister. Besides, as I said, the burgers are tasty, and every weekend they're sold out in a couple of hours, so I don't think losing 5 burgers would put a dent in her business. I have a different problem. Stop eating burgers all the time. You're gonna die, bro. It's not healthy. Yesterday, I told my wife again we shouldn't buy burgers, and she asked me why I cared if she was buying from her money, not our money. Oh, we each have our account, one joint account. I told her it's not about that. I just don't think it's sensible. Blah, blah, blah. She said she'll be spending $36 then because she won't be buying mine anymore if it bothered me so much. Okay, now you're just super ultra annoying. It's not even your money, buddy. Why are you policing somebody else's money? That's just absolutely crazy to me. It's not a joint account. It's like you're not, bro, what are you doing? Like, bro, stop spending other people's money. Like, goddamn it, if you want to save, go do it with your own money, bro. That's exactly what she did. She bought burgers for her kids and she didn't buy one for me, which, okay. Anyway, I got a Big Mac for cheaper. Bro's flexing that he bought a Big Mac for cheaper. So I thought we were okay, but she has been acting as if she's been mad at me since yesterday. I failed to see why she's mad. You gotta be a complete idiot. There's no way. Am I the a-hole? Yes, you're the a-hole. My God. We aren't buying the burgers. She is from her separate money. Did she micromanage how you spend your money? What if she instead gave her sister $45 a week from her own money in exchange for no burgers? What business is that of yours? True. Anyways, guys, that's it for Am I the A-hole? Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoy this certified hood classic. Maybe we'll bring back more episodes. We'll see if there's some good posts and stuff like that. Click this video for more content and yeah, enjoy the variety packs. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.